ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमः विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नित्यानंद नमस्तुभ्यं प्रेमानंद प्रदायिने कलौ कल्मषनाशाय जानवापतये नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामने गौरतुसे नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So we welcome everyone for today's discussion on Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is. So we are discussing from Bhagavad Gita chapter 2 and verse number 14. Neha vikramona swasti pratyavayo na vidyate swalpamapi yasya dharmasya rayate mahato bhayat. So in this endeavor there is no loss or diminution, and a little advancement on this path can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear. So in this endeavor, which endeavor? Na iha. Iha means in this yoga. Which yoga? In the previous part it is explained, Buddhi Yoga. Lord Krishna has begun this new section, Buddhi Yoga. Eshate avita shanke buddhir yoge to imam shum. Krishna told in the previous verse, my dear Arjuna, till now I have explained you to work according to uh, this knowledge of the difference between body and self, analytical study of spirit, soul, and material body. This is known as Sankhya Darshan. So, but now, Buddhir Yoga to Imam Suku. Now I am telling you something which is of more value, which is uh, which will be more what you can say impactful. Buddhi Yoga. Buddhi Yoga. Buddhi Yoga means Bhakti Yoga. When one's intelligence is connected with the Supreme Lord, or when one takes the intelligence from the Supreme Lord, and according to that intelligence, he works. The spiritual intelligence. So that is Buddhi Yoga. And in this way, Buddhaya Yukto Yaya Partha, when you act according to this Buddhi Yoga, then you will certainly become free from all kinds of karma bandham prahasas. So before uh, explaining what exactly is Buddhi Yoga, Krishna is telling in this verse number 40, the glories of this Buddhi Yoga. What is the result of such Buddhi Yoga? So Krishna is telling, Na iha avikraman aswasti. If somebody who has started his journey in his spiritual life based on Buddhi Yoga, so in this yoga means this Buddhi Yoga or Bhakti Yoga. Buddhi Yoga and Bhakti Yoga same thing. Huh? Don't be confused. Bhakti Yoga is also known as Buddhi Yoga because Buddhi Yoga means that one is acting uh, according to the knowledge or instructions or intelligence from derived from the Supreme Lord. So that is Buddhi Yoga and that is Bhakti Yoga also. Bhakti Yogi means one who acts only according to the instructions of the Supreme Lord. That is Bhakti Yoga. And same is Buddhi Yoga. One who acts on the platform of intelligence the gotten from the Supreme Lord Krishna. When one gets the intelligence or instruction from the Supreme Lord and accordingly he acts, that is Buddhi Yoga. So in this yoga, there is no na iha abhikrama. Abhikrama means when one endeavors in this Buddhi Yoga. Endeavoring means a person who is trying to become Buddhi Yogi or Bhakti Yogi. So he may not be able to completely send in a 100% way. He may not be able to follow all the instructions of the Supreme Lord immediately. That may be possible. but he is endeavoring. So that's why this word abhikrama is very important. Na iha abhikrama means the person who has started executing the order of the Supreme Lord, although at present in the beginning he is unable to completely follow all the instructions. He may be in the beginning he has started, he is able to follow some 5%, 10%, 20%, 30% instructions. But Krishna is telling, na iha abhikrama nasa asti. There will be no loss at all. Even if somebody who has adopted the path of devotional service, even if he is unable to execute it in 100% manner throughout his life, he gives in his entire life, but at the end of his life also he is unable to fully surrender to Krishna. Still, he is either 30%, 50%, 60%, whatever percentage it may be, he is able to follow. But still, Krishna says there is no nas. Nas means loss. There will be no loss. Na yaha abhikrama naso asti na pratyavaya. Pratyavayo na vidyate. Pratyavaya means diminution. There is no loss, neither there is any decrement also. It does not decrease also over the period of time. So whatever one has done, even little bit, so it always remains his permanent asset. So yesterday we discussed it in great detail. And not only that, this is first thing, which is of course very, very inspiring and hope giving and very, very important. Characteristics of Buddhi Yoga or Bhakti Yoga. First thing, na neha bhikramo na swasti pratyavayo na vidyate. But second thing is still more glorious, is still more important characteristic. That is, if somebody has executed it, sualpa matra, very little amount. Alpa means little, and sualpa means very, very little amount. Yeah, so a person who has executed, worked in this consciousness, in this yoga consciousness, buddhi yoga consciousness, even for a very, very little amount, that is also so powerful. Swalpam api asya dharmasya. Asya means of this kind of dharmasya, occupation. Occupation. Dharmasya means occupation. Dharmasya means the way of act, the way or in a consciousness in which the person performs activities. Dharmasya. Asya dharmasya buddhi yoga dharmasya. Buddhi yoga, bhakti yoga dharmasya. So if somebody has done his activities, performed his activities in buddhi yoga consciousness, even as a little bit amount, that can trayate mahatobhaya, that can save him from the greatest kind of dangers. Trayate means he is released, practically he is released. That means he was somebody who was supposed to suffer a great danger. That means he was supposed to suffer those things. And in this fallen age of Kali, practically everyone is supposed to suffer the greatest danger of becoming animals in next life. And this is for sure. Because according to laws of material nature, the laws of material nature are very, very strict, very, very stringent. Nobody can change this. Nobody. It's very, very strict laws are there. Just imagine we discussed the example of Bharat Maharaj. So he was so renounced. He left everything all over earth. He was Chakravarti Samrat. That means he was king of all entire earth planet. And in his youth, he left everything just to practice Krishna consciousness. But because he became attached to a deer became very dear to him. And in that state of consciousness, he left his body. So, according to the strict laws of material nature, he had to accept the body of a deer. That's why Srila Prabhupada writes, these laws of material nature are very, very stringent. Stringent laws of material nature. Stringent means very, very strict. It follows the laws which have been ordained by the Supreme Lord. So according to these laws of material nature, anyone who doesn't utilize the this value, this opportunity of human form of life. Anyone who has gotten this human birth, so he has the facility to make his life successful, to inquire about the absolute truth, and to work on his spiritual life. But instead of doing this, if somebody is using his human birth only for the purpose of eating, sleeping, mating, defending, like animal life, he's living his life like an animal, even even if he is living very honestly, so-called honesty, that is not actually honesty, but so-called honesty. But still, if he has not even a tinge of spiritual practices, so then he is sure to become an animal because he is wasting his human birth. So, according to this calculation, uh, almost most of the population are sure to become animals in next life. But even such population, if they come in contact with bhakti yoga, buddhi yoga, even for a very little bit amount, so that can help them to save their that will save them from becoming animals in next life. The greatest kind of danger. One can become free from the greatest kind of danger. Trayate mahato bhaya. So mahato bhaya. So we should know, always remember what is our greatest risk, what is our greatest danger, for which we should always be conscious of. Everyone is conscious of some kind of risk or danger. If I do not get good job, what will happen? Let me try very hard. I should get good campus placement or good job. So let me prepare for some government examination, bank examination, so that I can get secure job. Life will become very nice, permanent life, secure life, nice career. So everyone is anxious about all these things. The parents are also anxious, and youth, they are also anxious. But nobody is anxious about the greatest danger, which is awaiting for everyone. Everyone. As soon as the death comes, this greatest risk is always there. This greatest risk is always, every moment is hanging around our neck, but nobody is careful about this. Just imagine. So we should be careful about this also. We should always remember, if in order to fulfill my material career, material ambitions, if I'm neglecting my this buddhi yoga dharma, my duties in Krishna consciousness, duties in spiritual life, then I'm risking myself to become an animal next life. The greatest kind of danger, risk is there. So that's why no matter whatever happens, we may become very busy in our material affairs, material activities, but at least some bare minimum activities or duties in Krishna consciousness must be executed. And it should never be left. And what is that bare minimum? To follow four regulative principles very strictly, that is a must activity. If somebody cannot follow four regulative principles, so even while living in this human body, he is not a human being. He is an animal. So what to speak of next birth? If somebody is breaking four regulative principles, so he is no more human being. He is an animal living in human body. So obviously he is going to become an animal in the next life. So this is first condition. One should be very strictly following the four regulative principles. This is bare minimum. And then second bare minimum is one should have some touch of spiritual life, some devotee association, chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Then the Suvalpam Apiyasya Dharmasya, it can save one from greatest kind of danger. So one should not run the risk of becoming animals in the next life, just for the sake of getting some cheap material success and happiness of this material world. So material success, material ambitions, material happiness uh, are not discouraged. One can have it because most of the people, most of the human beings, more than 95%, they can't just give up all kinds of material happiness and material ambitions. So Bhakti Yoga is so powerful that it is not recommended also that everyone has to give up all their material ambitions, material desires. No, no, not required. If somebody can give it up completely, that is very nice. There's no doubt about it. Somebody can do it, so he's very fortunate. So in this one life only, he can become completely free from all material bondage and go back home, back to God. That is guaranteed. But most of the human beings, most of the people, they cannot do this because in order to have the strength or guts to give up all kinds of material attachments, all kinds of material desires, one requires one must have executed many this devotional services in the past and previous lives. Many lifetimes of spiritual practices enables one to be able to give up all material attachments. So that's why everyone is not expected to give up all material attachment, but at least one should give up all those sinful material attachments and 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 be ready to follow some basic minimum standard of spiritual life, which Srila Prabhupada very mercifully gave us, that one should daily at least chant 16 rounds, follow four regulative principles, and be in the association of devotees. At least once in a week, one must visit temples and attend programs and do some services, read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, whatever time we can manage. So, in this way, we should utilize this most valuable opportunity which has been given to us. Uh, So, this is the importance of this verse. This is the importance of Buddhi Yoga. It can save one from greatest kind of danger. Vishnu Bhagavad writes in purport, activity in Krishna consciousness or acting for the benefit of Krishna without expectation of sense gratification is the highest transcendental quality of work. Wow. So activity in Krishna consciousness. So Srila Prabhupada is writing the meaning of Krishna consciousness. So this activity in Krishna consciousness, this is only Buddhi Yoga, which Krishna has introduced in this section in previous verse. Until verse number 54, Krishna is going to elaborate on this subject matter. What Srila Prabhupada is writing in the very first line, he is clearly explaining what is the meaning of activity in Krishna consciousness. So activity in Krishna consciousness means acting for the benefit of Krishna without expectation of sense gratification. Anyavilasita sunyam jnana karmadhyanavritam anukulyena Krishnanusilanam bhaktiruttama. That is Uttama Bhakti or Krishna consciousness. That one should be willing to give benefit to Krishna, even if there is personal loss, even if there is personal damage. That should be the mood of a Krishna conscious devotee. He should not become attached to his personal ambition, personal opinions. Sometimes it may happen that my opinions, my desires, my expectations are not fulfilled when I'm serving Krishna. But that doesn't matter. Even if it is not fulfilled, my expectations, opinions, and desires, even if it is not taken care, even if it is not fulfilled. But if I can render some service which can be beneficial for Krishna, then I must do it. That is Krishna consciousness. And what is the meaning of acting for the benefit of Krishna? The meaning of acting for the benefit of Krishna means we should do what Krishna desires. And Krishna desires that all the living entities should be uh, given the opportunity to become Krishna conscious, to serve Krishna, to become devotees of the Supreme Lord. So, if in this endeavor, if I'm engaged, that is my great good fortune. That is my greatest fortune. So, even if I am putting so much endeavor by which so many people can become Krishna conscious, so this is the benefit for Krishna and all other living entities also. So, in this endeavor, if I am not getting any benefit, if I am not taken care, if I am not recognized, so then why should I be bothered? I should simply uh, serve to the best of my capacity. If my service can help somebody to advance in Krishna consciousness, that is the benefit for Krishna. That is the benefit of Krishna. Srila Prabhupada gives one example for this. Once when devotees, they went outside and performed Harinam Sankirtan. So they came back and they reported that Prabhupada today, nobody appreciated us. Many people came and some of them taunted us, they chastised us, They made fun over us, and we requested them to please join our party to chant Hare Krishna, take this uh, magazines, Bhagavad Gita. But nobody, instead of showing any interest, uh, they even disrespected us. They did not show any interest. Uh, so Prabhupada said, but still there is no loss. If somebody comes to you when you are chanting Hare Krishna, you are performing kirtan on the street, and somebody comes to you and just to make fun of you, he also says Hare Krishna wale dekho, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So if he chants even single name of Krishna, that is our benefit. That is Krishna's benefit. Prabhupada said like this. So even if they are not giving us personal benefit, no recognition, no respect, nothing. But still, because we have engaged ourselves in the Sankirtan movement for benefiting Krishna, so anybody who comes in contact with this Krishna consciousness movement, so he will chant Krishna's name, he will become Krishna conscious even for some time. So that is his benefit, that is Krishna's benefit, and that's why that is our benefit. That is our real benefit. So we should be happy with this. That's why never ever we should give up any kind of services, uh, thinking that I'm not properly recognized, I'm not respected, or my opinions are not taken care. No, the our greatest benefit is that we are getting the we are getting the opportunity to give benefit to Krishna by giving benefit to so many other people. If so many living entities, if one of them also, even if one living entity gets the benefit to become Krishna conscious, so that is Krishna's benefit. Krishna desires this very much. So that is our great benefit, even at the cost of sacrificing our life, wealth, position, name, fame, everything. That is our greatest benefit. That is the meaning of Krishna consciousness. This is Krishna consciousness. We have to very minutely and very deeply understand what exactly means Krishna consciousness. This Krishna consciousness is this is a very best quality of consciousness. It's so beautiful. This consciousness, Krishna consciousness, is so beautiful that it even attracts Krishna. Krishna himself becomes attracted with such kind of pure consciousness in his devotees. When a devotee who is fully situated in pure form of Krishna consciousness, so when he acts, so in spite of his personal failure, personal sacrifices, but still if he is able to render even a slightest service to Krishna to give him benefit, so that devotee becomes fully blissful, and seeing this, Krishna becomes very much attracted to such a devotee. And then Krishna is forced to appear within his heart. From the heart, the Krishna comes out on the tongue. And then the devotee chants, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And it appears that the Supreme Lord Krishna has personally descended over the tongue and he is dancing. That is Shuddhanam. This is pure name. When we develop Krishna consciousness, then actually we can chant pure Krishna name. Otherwise, no. Otherwise, just material name. Nama Bhas, Nama Aparad. Pure Shuddhanam can be chanted only by a devotee who has developed Krishna consciousness. And what is that Krishna consciousness? This is explained in one line. Just see. That is the beauty of Srila Prabhupada's purport. That's why those who think that Srila Prabhupada gave only basic level of understanding of spiritual life, they are most foolish people in this entire existence. Anybody who thinks like this, that's Prabhupada, what Prabhupada gave. Prabhupada just gave what is the difference between body and soul. You are not this body, you are a spirit soul. Don't live like animal and become devoted for spiritual life. These are all basic understanding. I want to develop Krishna Prem, Gopi Prem. There are many devotees like this, not many, few devotees. There were few devotees like this, there are few devotees like this, and there will be few devotees like this because this material world is history repeats. So there were, are, and will be few devotees who will think like this, that Srila Prabhupada gave some just basic concept of spiritual life, and then they will run away here and there and associate with some sahajas and become implicated in performing all kinds of nasty sinful activities. For them, this one line is sufficient. What to speak of entire teachings of Srila Prabhupada? Just one line in this purport is complete and sufficient to make one develop full-fledged form of complete pure love for Krishna. That Braj Prem. Activity, this what is that line? Prabhupada is writing this one line. Activity in Krishna consciousness or acting for the benefit of Krishna without expectation of sense gratification is the highest transcendental quality of work, which is performed by the devotees situated in the highest platform of devotional service, known as gopis and gopas in Vrindavan, Braja. They perform the highest transcendental quality of work because they are always fully Krishna conscious. They act only for the benefit of Krishna without expectation of personal sense gratification. This is what is real Braja Prem or Gopi Prem. So we should not run away all these things. So one should read very carefully Prabhupada's purports, lectures here very carefully. Then one can get everything. Everything is there. In one line, everything is there. So if we can develop this pure form of Krishna consciousness, so then immediately it's sufficient. This is sufficient, complete. Krishna becomes very much attracted to such a devotee. And Krishna can never forget such a devotee. And he is always victorious in his any endeavor to become free from material entanglement, Maya. Maya has then no position to harm such a devotee who has developed pure form of Krishna consciousness. That means who, with his mind, body, and words, kayena manasa vacha, dhiya, prana artha dhiya vacha, with all whatever he has, if somebody, some devotee who is situated in pure form of Krishna consciousness, if he acts using all these things, prana, artha, dhiya, vacha, kaya, manasa, every moment, just for the purpose of giving benefit to Krishna, without thinking about his own personal benefit, sense gratification. So that kind of devotee is situated in highest transcendental consciousness. So this is highest transcendental quality of work. Yoga karmashu kaushalam. This will come in next what's after 8 to 10 verses. Krishna himself explains, but Prabhupada has explained right now in this first verse only. Just imagine. This is the beauty of Srila Prabhupada's purport. We are very, very fortunate. The thing, even in just in one line, Srila Prabhupada has given from beginning to end everything. He has concluded everything. Krishna will conclude after 8 to 10 verses. That's why the pure devotee of the Supreme Lord, who has pure form of Krishna consciousness, pure love for Krishna, they very well know the heart of the Supreme Lord, so they can give it immediately without waiting. But Krishna will give, after 8 to 10 verses, Krishna will speak, my dear Arjuna, this is yoga karmashu kaushalam. This is the best art of performing work. What is that? Buddhi yoga. If you perform activities while being situated in Buddhi Yoga consciousness, or Buddhi Yoga consciousness means Krishna consciousness, then that is the highest transcendental quality of work. Krishna will explain this, but Srila Prabhupada has explained it here only. This is highest transcendental quality of work. Even a small beginning of such activity finds no impediment. There is no impediment. Nothing can obstruct a devotee who is situated in Krishna consciousness. No amount of discouragement, no amount of allurements, and no amount of this illusion, nothing can stop him serving Krishna. And serving Krishna means giving full benefit to Krishna without expecting any benefit for personal self. That is Krishna consciousness. So even a small beginning of such activity, if one just begins it, it has no impediment. Nor can that small beginning be lost at any stage. So we should remember always. So this activity in Krishna consciousness is what Krishna is talking in this verse. Neha vikramo nasvasti pratyavayo na vidyate sualpam apyasya dharmas. Even very, very sualpa matra. Very, very little amount. Very, very little amount also if somebody does this, then it has such a great impact, such a great benefit. So nor can that small beginning be lost at any stage. First time is getting over. Okay, we'll read the purport again tomorrow and discuss more about this. We have only 4 minutes, so we can take some questions. If you have any questions, you can ask. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. हरे राम 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 हरे। यस पलक माता जी।
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी, पंचांग प्रणाम। प्रभु
हरे
जी,
कृष्ण।
जैसे आपने बताया कि जब हम नाम शुद्ध नाम के स्तर पर पहुंचते हैं तो लगता है कि कृष्णा डांस कर रहे हैं जीवा में। तो
यस।
ये मतलब जब हम इनिशियली भी स्टार्ट करते हैं, जैसे मैं अभी शुरुआत के स्टेज में हूँ, तो मुझे कभी कभी ऐसा लगता है, कॉन्स्टेंटली चैंट करती हूँ तो थोड़ा बहुत टेस्ट आता है। तो ये ऐसा होता है ना?
हाँ
मतलब
यस।
शुरुआत
ये
में भी
होता
टेस्ट
है।
डेवलप होने लगता है।
यस डेफिनेटली शुरू में भी होता है। So at any particular point of time in our spiritual life, if we become Krishna conscious, and what is Krishna consciousness? I just explained in the entire lecture. So if you are Krishna conscious, at that time Krishna has come to you. So when you chant, Krishna is dancing on your tongue. But the problem with us right now is that because we are not yet fully matured in Krishna consciousness, so our Krishna consciousness is slackened sometime here and there. So whenever we are not Krishna conscious, then Krishna is not present with us, even if we are chanting Hare Krishna. But whenever we are fully Krishna conscious, Krishna is personally present with us when we are chanting Hare Krishna. Okay, clear? Okay, yes, Ankita Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु, दंडवत प्रणाम प्रभु। ये
Hare.
दीक्षा से रिलेटेड नहीं है, बट एक प्रश्न है। जो माला दी जाती है गुरु द्वारा, मतलब डिवोटी को दीक्षा
हाँ
देते, तो क्या उसमें पावर होती है? क्या होता है? मतलब बोलते हैं ना,
यस
हमने
उसमें पावर
चैंट
होता
करके
है।
दी।
उसमें
तो ये
पावर
जो
होता
आप
है बिकॉज
अभी अभी श्यामा बहन, सॉरी, पलक माता जी ने बोला कि उसमें टेस्ट आता है, तो वो ऑलरेडी वो अचीव्ड रहता है और वो हमें डायरेक्टली काफी हद तक मिल जाता है। क्या ऐसा कुछ होता है प्रभु? हरे कृष्ण।
no, no,
दंडवत प्रणाम।
the power is there when a pure devotee chants on the beat. So we get the benefit of his chanting, and we get the benefit of his mercy also. But it does not mean that then it is 100%. We also have to put endeavor. It's two-way process. It's not just one-way process. Just like husband and wife, both have to follow their dharma, then their family life will grow nicely. If so, similarly, spiritual master and disciple, both of them have to be on proper standing. Then it works. Okay. क्या power होती है? The power is there because the pure devotee, when he chants Hare Krishna Mahamantra, so first of all, the power is there because he has touched it. So it is mercy. But we should not be bothered much about all this thing. Our duty should be that we got initiated. A pure devotee has given us his japa beads. So now, what is our duty now? We should execute that. What we are supposed to do? We are supposed to chant in pure Krishna conscious way. Then such chanting will result into Krishna appearing on our tongue, mind, not only just tongue and mind, but entire body and all the senses, all the body, each and every limb and part of the body is just illuminated in Krishna consciousness. That is so powerful.
मीन्स प्रभु, बॉडी बिकम लाइक अ टेम्पल। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु।
Yeah, the body becomes like a temple. And the devotee is inspired to fully utilize the body and each and every senses and each and every movement and my mental physical activity just to serve Krishna. That the intense desire he gets within his heart. Okay. So time is
थैंक यू सो
getting
मच।
over.
हरे कृष्ण, धन्यवाद।
Next class we can take question. Only less than 1 minute is there. Okay. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.